I was not a huge fan of this movie. It's just the typical slasher movie. Gives us an opening kill, which is kind of boring. He just stabs a girl in the chest and then hangs her with a bunch of prop dolls, and it takes a few days to find out that she's actually, not a prop. I think it would have been cooler, but also wouldn't have made too much sense if all those were people he killed. But they weren't. They said themselves in the movie that she was, just with all the props. Because it wouldn't have made sense if he was able to just keep luring people in that specific area, keep killing them in that specific area, and hanging them all there. But it would have been cooler than just killing one person. And in just kind of a lame way. This movie is lower budget. The actors most of the time aren't the best. They aren't bad, but not the best. Um, what else? There's a lot of stuff that I didn't get, like the relationship with the girl and the guy. I don't know what they were going for. Not Taylor. And Tony Todd's in this movie. His name's Gavin. I didn't remember any of their names except for Taylor. But Gavin and Natalie, they kiss in the photo booth. That should finally make them realize that they both like each other. They're both into each other. They get interrupted by their friends after they've already been, basically full on making out in a photo booth. But, he's, for some reason, thinks, this girl doesn't like me. I gotta get her a creepy horror doll to make her realize that I like her. I gotta get her a souvenir from the haunted house of a creepy doll to show my love for her. Even though she clearly wasn't even really into this place, she really looked forward to going on to a ride with him. She kissed him, but he's like, nah, she doesn't like me. I'm gonna go get a doll, which ends up causing his death. And then eventually the other boyfriend reveals to them that, oh yeah, the reason he's late is he wanted to go get you a doll. Sorry to spoil the surprise. And they're all shocked and they're all like, oh my god, he's into you too. Shouldn't she know that? They kissed. What? Why are they acting like it's some big shocker that he likes her? They should not have added the kiss scene if they still wanted to be a surprise whether or not they both liked each other or not. How did she not realize that he likes her when they were both kissing? It's stupid. Taylor is one who definitely gets the most extended death for whatever reason. She was a bit of a dickhead, made some weird jokes. She, her and her boyfriend fuck with this doll. And they're like, oh, we need to make him go out with dignity. And they talk about giving him a boner because it's some dead guy in the haunted house. Not real. And then there's another thing where she's messing with this guy and the girl tells her to stop sexual harassing him, and then she kind of jokes about it. Her character was kind of odd. But she is the one that gets the most extended death. Everyone else gets pretty quick deaths. And she gets, a very weak blade put on her neck, cuts her again. She ends up getting out fucking somehow. They don't show you how. And then she runs away. She gets stabbed in the stomach. She survives. Boring boyfriend character number 3 intervenes. He immediately gets killed with one stab to the gut. And then he stabs Taylor again. Doesn't even really look that lethal, but we never see her again. So I guess she's dead. It was a very odd way to kill her, and the longest kill in the movie. The movie was honestly pretty boring until near the end with the final 2 and them trying to escape him. I found that very interesting how they handled it, how the way they hid, how they acted. They weren't the smartest, especially since they walked into a clearly haunted maze that was a part of the theme park, and they're like, oh my god, this is the exit. When it says welcome to hell, that's not really an exit. But the actual decisions they make in the maze and just the way it's handled was very interesting and actually kept my interest. The rest of the movie was boring as fuck, but they like hide in a closet for a little bit. They're able to step over the lasers to not trigger any motion. They try their best to find weapons. They hide in some of the dolls. Like there's this big room full of dolls with white masks on them, and they hide in some of them. Just everything in the maze was pretty cool how they handled it. But there is another dumb thing where he like knocks her in the head with an axe to stop her so he can go chase the girl he injured earlier. He had hit her with an axe in the leg, so she's limping. She's trying to escape, and he hits the other girl in the head with the bottom of the axe to knock her out. And then immediately she's chasing after him. They do like a black screen and everything, like, oh my god, she's knocked out. And you think they're just gonna do the typical cliche, the girl that got hurt gets killed, but she actually gets to survive. She comes in and saves her, and they both survive the entire movie. And then they do a little plot twist at the end of the movie to, I guess, try and make him a little creepier, where they show that he's actually a dad. But they try and make you think that he's going to kill the little girl because he's just standing there and there's creepy music playing, and then there's a girl sleeping on the couch. It was pretty obvious that he wasn't going to kill her because he had already taken his mask off and put it up. So, like, why would he not have his mask on if he was going to kill this girl? I did think the thing about the mask was pretty cool, though, because when you see him put the mask up, there's a few other masks in there. And one of them is the mask from the opening kill, confirming that he's been doing this for years. He just uses a different mask every time. I think that's cool, because you can never figure out who the killer is because you don't know that he just changes his mask. It just wasn't very good. I did like I said, the maze and little twist at the ending and the stuff with the mask being shown. Other than that, I was not a big fan of this movie.